What if everything you have been through was never random? Not the heartbreak, not the delay, not the person who walked away without explanation. What if the moments that broke you were actually the moments that began you? Because here is the truth most people avoid. Pain does not destroy you, it reveals you. There comes a moment in life when something inside you cracks. It is not loud, it is not dramatic, it is quiet, almost invisible, but it changes everything. In that moment, the version of you that was built on control, expectation, and illusion begins to fall apart. And it feels like loss. It feels like the end. But it is not. That crack you are afraid of is not a weakness. It is an opening. Before that moment, you were living inside a version of yourself that was shaped by fear and comfort. After that moment, you begin to see things as they truly are. The pain strips away what is false and forces you to confront what is real. And that is why the people who grow the most are not the ones who avoid pain, but the ones who are willing to sit with it. So instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask yourself, what is this trying to show me? Because the moment you stop resisting pain is the moment it starts teaching you. Now think about this. How many times in your life have you felt like you were being left behind? Doors not opening, opportunities slipping away, everything feeling like it is stuck while the world moves forward. You called it failure. But what if it was never failure? What if it was preparation? Most people panic when life slows down. They assume something is wrong. They assume they are not good enough. But growth does not always look like progress on the surface. Sometimes it looks like nothing is happening. Sometimes it feels like you are being forgotten. But you are not. You are being built in silence. Just like a tree that grows underground before it ever breaks through the surface, there are seasons in your life where everything is happening beneath what you can see. Your patience is being tested. Your perspective is being refined. Your desires are being reshaped. And the hardest part is trusting that process without proof. Because when life says, not yet, most people hear no. But those are not the same thing. Not yet means you are not ready to receive what you are asking for. Not because you are incapable, but because you are still becoming the person who can hold it without breaking. So instead of asking, why is nothing happening? Ask yourself, what is being built inside me right now? Because when the moment finally comes, it will not feel like luck. It will feel like alignment. Now let's go deeper. What about the things you have lost? The people you loved, the dreams you believed in, the parts of your life that disappeared without warning. You thought losing them meant something was taken from you. But what if losing them showed you something instead? Because not everything that leaves is meant to stay. And not everything that stays is meant to define you. There is a truth that is hard to accept. You outgrow things. You outgrow people. You outgrow identities. You outgrow versions of yourself that once felt like everything. And when that happens, life does not ask for your permission. It simply removes what no longer fits. At first, it feels like betrayal. You hold on tighter. You try to fix it. You try to bring it back. But the more you cling, the more it slips away. And eventually, you are forced to let go. But here is what most people do not realize. Letting go is not losing. It is making space. Space for clarity. Space for growth. Space for something that actually belongs in your life. So instead of asking, why did this leave me? Ask yourself, what did this leaving make room for? Because what is truly meant for you will not require you to hold on with fear. And then there is rejection. One of the most painful experiences a person can face. Being told no, being overlooked, being replaced. It makes you question your worth. It makes you wonder if you are not enough. But what if rejection is not a reflection of your value? What if it is a correction of your direction? Think about it. How many times have you wanted something so badly, only to realize later it would have led you somewhere you did not belong? Rejection is not there to break you. It is there to redirect you. But the ego does not like that. The ego wants control. It wants certainty. It wants things to go exactly as planned. So when something does not work out, it creates a story. I failed. I am not good enough. I lost something important. But the truth is simpler. You were moved away from something that was not aligned, moved towards something you cannot yet see. So instead of asking, why was I rejected? Ask yourself, what was I being protected from? Because sometimes the most painful no you receive is the one that saves you. And here is the part no one tells you. Growth does not happen in comfort. It happens when everything feels uncertain, when your plans fall apart, when your identity starts to shift, when you no longer recognize the life you are living. That is where transformation begins. Because comfort keeps you the same. Discomfort forces you to change. And most people spend their entire lives avoiding discomfort. They stay in situations that drain them. They hold on to patterns that limit them. They choose familiarity over growth, not because they are weak, but because change is uncomfortable. But the life you want does not exist inside your comfort zone. It exists on the other side of everything you are afraid to face. So instead of asking, why is this so hard? Ask yourself, what is this making me become? Because every challenge you face is shaping you into someone stronger, clearer, and more aware. Now understand this. Not everyone who enters your life is meant to stay. Some people are lessons. They come into your life at the exact moment you need them. They reflect something back to you. They show you a part of yourself you could not see before. And then they leave. And you are left with questions. Why did they come? Why did they leave? Why did it end like this? But those questions miss the point. It was never about how long they stayed. It was about what they changed in you. Because every person you meet leaves something behind. A shift in perspective, a deeper understanding, a realization you could not have reached on your own. And sometimes the people who hurt you the most teach you the lessons you needed the most. So instead of asking, why did they leave me? Ask yourself, what did they leave within me? Because that is where the real meaning is. And finally, the truth that ties everything together. Your life is not happening to you. It is responding to you. Every experience, every loss, every delay, every moment of pain. It is not punishment. It is guidance. But you can only see that when you stop reacting and start observing. Because as long as you believe everything is random, you will feel lost. But the moment you realize everything has meaning, you begin to see the pattern. You begin to understand the lessons. You begin to recognize the direction. And most importantly, you begin to trust the process. So the real question is not, why is this happening? The real question is, am I willing to see what this is trying to show me? Because the moment you truly see is the moment everything changes.